Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Stock Market with a free Dow analysis for you for the New York trading session. Ended Friday the 14th of January, but after Monday, if it was open in the States, would have opened. So done on Monday the 17th. A quick look at a historical chart. This is my main wave count, and this is the all-time high for the Dow. So this wave count's expecting that the Dow is within an expanded flat correction at cycle degree, with a cycle A, a cycle B, which is a 154% correction of A, and we're expecting a cycle C to the downside, which is most likely to reach 2.618, the length of A, and would take the Dow to just over 2,000 points when it's all over. Cycle A lasted 3 years, cycle B lasted the next Fibonacci number in the sequence, 5 years. If cycle C lasts 8 years, it will end around about just over 2,000 points towards the end of 2015. So this is my main wave count. But I also quite like this other alternate. This is my alternate wave count, which in some ways I slightly prefer. This downwards wave here, I think, has a better corrective count than an impulsive count. So if this is an A wave, if this all-time high was the end of a 5-wave structure, I'm pretty happy with seeing this as the end of a long 5-wave structure, so the end of a cycle degree 5th wave here. Thereafter, this downwards movement has a corrective count, so this may be the start of a larger correction, an A wave, of a flat correction, and a flat correction requires wave B to reach at least 90% the length of A, so we would have a minimum upwards requirement for this wave count at 13,425.3 points. The upper end of the target zone would be just above this and would make a new all-time high, because the most common type of flat correction is an expanded flat where B reaches beyond the start of A. So at this point, wave B would be a 105% correction of A, 14,584.5 points. So this is my alternate wave count, and I quite like this subdivision of the waves within it. We've got a 5-wave structure up here for A, a pretty clear corrective count to the downside for B, and working on should be another 5-wave structure to the upside for C. So if this wave count's correct, we could very well see new highs for the Dow, and price could keep on rising for quite some time yet, perhaps even for another year. So taking you now to my daily wave count here. On the daily chart, this is for my main wave count, wave C to the upside, which is subdividing as an impulse with a 1, 2, 3, 4, and working on probably the end of a 5th wave here for this main wave count. For my alternate though, this would probably be just wave 1 within wave 5, or would probably have a 1, 2, and working further upwards within wave 3 blue. Either way, it looks like this is an expiring trend, and we're going to have a trend change at least at minute degree, if not at minor degree, and probably at intermediate or even primary degree. We have increasing divergence between price trending higher and MACD trending lower. I have 2 targets for the upside. This first target at 12,479 is where wave 5 blue, beginning here, will reach equality with wave 3 blue. At 12,397, wave 5 pink within this here will reach 2.618, the length of wave 3 pink. This shorter target may be more likely, however. At 12,084, wave 5 blue will reach equality with wave 1 blue, and at 11,974, wave 5 pink within 5 blue will reach 1.618, the length of wave 3 pink. So that would probably, for the short term, be a more likely target to see a correction at least at minute or minor degree. We'll have confirmation of, for my main wave count, primary 3 being underway when we see price move below 10,720. As at that point, it couldn't be a 4th wave correction because 4th waves cannot move into wave 1 price territory. So taking you now to the hourly chart, or 2-hourly chart, where we're going to look at the last little piece of movement here for this 5th wave at green degree to end this upward structure. And within wave 5 green, we have an orange 1, an expanded flat, ABC for orange 2. And working on orange wave 3 to the upside with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably Wave orange 3 was probably over here, and we're probably working today on a fourth wave correction to the downside that should not move into wave 1 price territory. Therefore, this interpretation, or at least this most recent interpretation of most recent movement, is invalidated with movement below 11,709. Importantly, when we see price movement below 11,526, we'll have an indication of a trend change that's probably going to take price lower at least for a couple of weeks. When we see price movement below 10,720, that's when we'll be fairly certain we have a trend change at primary degree, but we're not there yet. This is an important price point. Until we see price move below this, 11,526, we should assume that the trend remains up until proved otherwise. When it moves below that point, I will expect that it's been proven otherwise and we've had a trend change. So we should be expecting one more push up towards at least that first target on the daily chart. So the Dow remains in an uptrend, and I have two targets to work with. 11,526 is a really important price point. Below that, we can assume we've had a trend change and the trend is no longer up, it should be down. That's all for me with your Dow analysis, and I hope this helps you in your trading.